Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day The Single Life Season 4 Episode 4, Tim Stirs the Pot. So yeah, we're just gonna get on right on to it. Yeah, we got a few things to discuss here. Before we talk about Tim, Veronica, and Jamal, I'll get to them last. We're gonna start with Miss Debbie. So Miss Debbie. So last week we seen Miss Debbie go on a date with a guy named Russ. And the date looked pretty cool. You know, he seemed pretty cool. He was really nice. They went and played mini golf. And remember, Miss Debbie had revealed a lot of things to him about Osama, about her relationship with Osama and how he was 24. She went to Morocco. And at first he didn't seem fazed about it, but apparently she revealed in this episode that he called her and like gave her a good shoot her out for all of that and stuff. So she's done with Russ. However, she meets a new guy, and I'll get to him in a sec. So we seen her and her son Julian go out. They go out to a store, and she's picking up some, rappers, if you know what I mean. And she is going to be going to Miami because now she was on video chat with this guy named Ruben, and he's from Cuba, so he calls himself Ruben the Cuban and stuff. Weird name, well, not a weird name, but a cool name, interesting name, Ruben the Cuban, and he's 58 years old, and like she's already head over heels for him. So Debbie and her son go out, and she's packing and getting some things for her trip. And it's just weird that she's like picking up rappers in front of her son. Like that was just weird. And they get back in the car, and they go back home, and they're discussing. Debbie's son Julian is like, I'm gonna come to Miami with you. I'm gonna keep a low profile, and I'm just gonna come to Miami to see this guy. And Debbie's like, if you come, you promise to keep a low profile and not say anything. I don't want you messing up this relationship for me. Because her son, he overprotective. He is a cop. And she was like, you are my son. You are my son. I am not my father. And stuff. And I'm just like, Debbie, you're right. You're 68. Let loose, have fun. Just let loose. Let loose, Miss Debbie. You do you. I'm proud of you, Miss Debbie. Anything to find love. I love Debbie. I love Debbie. So yeah, that was Debbie. Next person I want to talk is John. Patrick's brother John. So John, he goes to Texas to meet up with his girlfriend Megan. While he's at the airport, like he forgets his like travel bag, his deodorant and stuff. So he meets with Megan, like smelling and stuff, and like he tells her like he needs to go to the store to get some things, and they never did. So we meet Megan for the first time, and like I said, she was very, very pretty, very pretty. And she even said, like, I'm not. She was like, I'm not the type of person who like to slide into people's DMs. That's just not me. But she was like, this guy was pretty. It was pretty charming, she said. So she was like, let me try this out. And they meet up, they get to a hotel. He makes like a little corny joke and stuff. And she wasn't fazed by it. But they basically slept together. And then the next day, they go out to dinner to this nice restaurant. And she brings up marriage. She brings up marriage and stuff. Now, this Megan girl, she already has a kid, and this is their like second time like really seeing each other. And John is no way, shape, and form ready for a marriage. And she had brought up marriage, and he was just like, whoa, 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 pump the brakes. Like, I guess she even said I love you to him, and he was like, okay, yeah, and stuff. Like, John is just not ready for that right now. And he was a little taken back by that. But I guess he did communicate to her that he wasn't ready for all of that. And I guess she still did it anyway. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that was just for TV. I think that's one of those cases that might have been producers egging something on, because I'm sure they've had that conversation already, and so the fact that she said that just kind of like surprised them. So yes, I'm thinking that one might have been out. And it's the only time I'm probably going to say this, might have been a situation that the producers probably egged on. So yeah, that's just my opinion on that one. So yeah, but that was John. Next person I want to talk is Chantel. So Chantel, she's still in Greece. Um, she met up with the soccer player from Greece named Giannis or whatever, and they went out to this nice restaurant and stuff. And he asked her like, "What is your favorite sport?" And she was like, "Football Americano." And he was like, "You mean soccer?" And then she said, "No, American football, soccer." Then he was like, "Oh, football, American football." She's like, "Yeah, oops, I accidentally said that in Spanish." Remember, this guy is Greek, not Spanish. He's Greek. So yeah, so clearly she still has Pedro on her mind. So they start talking. They start talking about like all kinds of like Greek things, and like, Greek Rome, and what was the one thing they were talking about? I think it started with the C. That I forget. I forget. I'm sorry, I forget. They just started talking about like a lot of Greek things and stuff. Now, I don't feel. I think Chantel is like, this guy is pretty charming. I actually like this guy, but I don't think she really likes him all that much. I don't think he's her type. He seems pretty cool and all, but I don't think they're each other's type. And I say that because like Chantel is more used to basically somebody like Pedro and stuff. And judging by the previews of the next week's episode, it looks like she says to him that she prefers that he was an orphan because he don't want a family drama. And I'm just like, well, girl, you're gonna have family drama one way or another, because you have like a whole show of your family because of family drama. So, and you're gonna hope somebody is an orphan, like that's not even funny. That's not even funny in my opinion. I'm just saying that's not even funny. So they go on their date, and that was just basically it. So didn't see, didn't see much of that. And now we reached the moment that we've been waiting for. We're going to talk Tim, Veronica, and Jamal. So in this episode, Jamal flies in from San Diego again. Veronica picks him up at the airport and stuff. And now Veronica is hoping that he wants him to move to Charlotte. Now, I found something out on Pillow Talk. Kim, which is Jamal's mom, her said that, what, he's been in New York, San Diego, all over the place in the last couple of years. So like moving to Charlotte is going to be a little bit too much for him, and I didn't know that he was all over the place in the last couple of years. So Jamal's not really thrilled about her always talking about it, because like he said, they just started dating and they just want to, just enjoy dating, and we'll talk about that stuff. So then he comes to town. We see him at Veronica's house, out in her backyard, at her backyard pool, and with her daughter Chloe. The daughter Chloe comes out, and she's 16 years old, and her and Jamal make like a joke about like the shoes, and I guess there was like a viral video about somebody like making fun of cop shoes and saying like, "What are those?" and stuff. And Jamal asked Chloe like, "What are those?" and stuff, and she started laughing. And Veronica was just like really like Shaw did not know what was going on. Like, what's happening? Somebody tell me what's going on and stuff. And they explained it. So, and then Veronica was like, you know what? He could be the good Chloe translator, because even though he's 10 years younger, like he could probably understand her on certain things. And I may not have to be an ancient dinosaur on some of these things. So later they go out on a night, and they meet up with Jamal has some friends from Richmond that came to town from Charlotte, and so they all go out, and Veronica thinks it's a great idea to invite Tim. And she was like, you know what? I just hope Tim and Jamal can get along. They never got along because remember at the last single life tell all, like when it was revealed that they were together, Tim was not happy about it. So Veronica thinks it's an idea for them to come out with all of them. So they all go out. They meet up with Jamal's friends, and she tells them the story about Tim and stuff, and they're a little taken back, like how you best friends with your ex, like like if he's the father of your child or whatever, I understand that, but like it's just still weird, you know. And Veronica's like, yeah, it is, but it is what it is. So Jamal is just not happy like that Tim is coming, like he just doesn't want to deal with them, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. So Tim shows up. He does shake Jamal's hands. He shakes everybody else's hands and everything, and everything. They do a quick little talk, and then Tim asks Jamal, what don't you like about Charlotte?" And Jamal said, "Well, I got to start over with friends and everything, and yada yada yada. It's just not someplace I want to be. It's pretty slow here, and whatnot." So then one of Jamal's friends told Tim, like, honestly, I don't see him living here. And another reason is I think you and hers, like relationship bond is kind of basically weirding him out and everything. And then that just started a whole big argument. So Jamal asked, like, Tim, what is it that you don't like about me? Like, what did I ever do to make you feel not to like me or whatever? And he was like, it doesn't matter what I think. It just matters, like, if you treat Chloe well and everything and everything. And Veronica is sitting in the middle, like, it does matter and everything. And then this is where Jamal kind of got out of line. He questioned Tim's parenting skills. Now, apparently, however, here's where things get a little tricky here. Jamal was telling Tim, Veronica has told him all kinds of things, like how Tim's basically in her ear all the time and everything. Veronica is actually telling Jamal like some things about Tim that we don't know about. And Jamal is like putting him on blast. He's basically throwing Veronica under the bus, but Veronica has actually been a little sneaky and saying some things. Now I don't know what those things are said, so that led to Jamal saying we're gonna act like Tim is father of the year and stuff. And I understand Jamal's frustration, but when it comes to someone's parenting, that's just something you don't do. So then all of a sudden he says that, and then they all stepping up like they trying to fight. Tim was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then Jamal was like, what you're not going to do is raise your voice at me. And then Tim was like, what you're not going to do is question me about being a parent to Chloe. I've been with her for 12 years and stuff and everything. 12 years. And then Jamal was yelling, I know the truth. I know the truth and stuff and everything. So they all stepped up and had to be separated, and we left off with the cliffhanger on that. And like I said, Jamal was wrong for what he said, but what is Veronica saying? Because Jamal kept on saying, Veronica has told me this, and that, and everything. So basically, if Veronica is so buddy with Tim, why is she talking crap about him behind his back and everything? So the episode said Tim stirs the pot. I don't think that's true, and I'm not a fan of Tim. I am not Team Tim. I'm not a fan of Tim at all. But I don't think like Tim stirred the pot here. I think Veronica stirred the pot really a little bit. And then she just wants everybody to say, can we all just get along, kumbaya, and all that. It doesn't work like that, Veronica. And plus, Tim is going to have something to say about all your boyfriends. So if Veronica and Tim want to be be best friends and all that, that's fine. But if they're going to date other people and not date themselves, they need to respect each other's boundaries, and neither one of them do. Veronica don't respect Tim's boundaries, and Tim definitely doesn't respect Veronica's boundaries. And so that's going to hinder any kind of relationship that they have. The both of them is hindered because of that. So they need to figure that out, because like I actually think Veronica and Jamal are a cute couple and stuff. Now I don't know how this is gonna play out, like the post argument and stuff, and what the relationship's gonna head out. But I think Veronica and Jamal are a cute couple. And I think Veronica and Jamal are a better couple than I think her and Tim. So they really need to respect each other's boundaries, in my opinion. So yeah, we'll see what happens next week. I can't wait to see next week's episode, because Tyree is going to go on a guy's trip, and he's going to tell some beautiful girls that he was in a relationship with a man. Bro, we'll talk about that next week. We didn't see Tyree in this episode, or Natalie. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on Sunday and Monday to recap 90 Day. And until then, I'll see y'all again soon. So have a good one.